What is going on, everybody? This is Jay here from Maji and Jay. Today we have two great news, and one of them of course being here the unboxing and the hands-on of the Sharp Aquos S2 that I picked up directly from eBay. And even though I got this for a little bit less on eBay, you can also find it on Amazon, but now you're not going to get it via the Prime service, because believe it or not, I found out that the eBay seller is also the Amazon seller for this same device. So I went ahead and purchased it on eBay. It was $367 and it carries very nice specifications. So we're going to be jumping into the unboxing and hands-on in just a moment. I also in this video want to take the opportunity to announce the winner here for the Yumi DG Crystal, and it has been announced below. Make sure that you check the description. Also, don't forget to check the link for the Sharp Aquos S2 and also the Yumi Crystal. These are both great devices. This one is recommended for countries other than the USA because they're not supporting the LTE band. So I really hope that the winner that I have selected is from another country where he or she is going to be getting the 4G LTE support that this phone deserves. So again, guys, thank you so much for supporting my channel. I will be doing another giveaway very shortly, so make sure that you stay tuned. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. Continue subscribing. My rules are very simple. Just comment, subscribe, like, and share, and that's pretty much it. So it is very simple, and any of you guys can be eligible. The more you are active, the better it is for you. And now that we got the giveaway winner announcement out of the way, let me go ahead and set the box here to the side and dedicate our time to the Sharp Aquos S2. Starting from the box, you guys can notice that they have given us here a very nice presentation with the Sharp logo here towards the top. We have the Aquos S2 font very nicely located on the middle side of the box, together with that gold color. Makes it look very elegant with the red color and the white. On the side here we have the Sharp logo towards the right, and again the seals are intact. I haven't opened the device yet. On the back we have some of the specifications. It comes with a 5.5-inch Full HD display. It has a resolution of 2040 by 1080. Also, it comes with 4 GB of RAM, 64 GB of internal memory. Now keep in mind that we have another variant that comes with 6 GB of RAM, 128 GB of internal memory, and this one here comes with the Snapdragon 630. It is octa-core, clocked at 2.2 GHz, and the other one comes with the Snapdragon 660. It is also octa-core, and I believe is 2.3 or 2.4 GHz. I really can't recall, but I know it is a little bit stronger than the Snapdragon 630, of course. Also, the GPU here is going to be the Adreno 508. And I believe on the one that comes with 6 GB of RAM, it's going to be carrying the Adreno 512, so there is a little bit of a difference there. Other than that, everything else is exactly the same for both of them. We have here the cameras. They both come with 12 megapixel sensors and also an 8 megapixel sensor with an aperture of 1.8. On the front we have an 8 megapixel sensor camera, and the battery on this one is 3020 milliamps. So yes, it is a very nice device for the price, $367, and I believe it's a little bit better looking, in my opinion, than the Essential phone and also other bezel-less devices out there, as this one is a true bezel-less phone, very nice looking, and I think we're going to be getting a very nice phone here. So anyways, let's go ahead and break the seals now that we are ready. So there we go with the first one, and now we go here towards the back with the second one. Let's go ahead and slide the box here, and wow, this looks already very nice. And actually, guys, I got here the silver color edition, very similar in color to the iPhone 10, in which, by the way, I am expecting mine on Friday, and hopefully I also get the perfect replica of the iPhone 10 from China, of course, so that way I can do the unboxing and comparison. Of course, it's going to be a separate video, but now that I look at the back of this phone, it reminds me a lot of the iPhone 10. Now this is a very small device for the hand. Even though it is a bezel-less phone, I'm pretty sure that, well, the screen is still going to be very big, as it does have a 5.5-inch display. So here on the front side we have that 8 megapixel sensor camera, and then towards the top there, it's hard to see, but we have the speaker grill, and then towards the bottom here we have the fingerprint scanner with the Sharp logo. I'm not sure if the capacitive keys are going to be located on the operating system, or maybe we have them as a hardware. I haven't checked that out yet. I do know that on the side here we have the SIM tray. You can either fit 2 SIM cards at the same time, or maybe an SD card and 1 SIM card. It does support the LTE bands here for AT&T and T-Mobile, at least in Florida, as we do have the band, I believe is they have the band 4, we have band 7 and band 12 supported on here, and that's what's needed at least with T-Mobile in order to get 4G LTE. The phone, guys, feels very light. It does come with NFC, and like I said before, in the back here we have the 12 megapixel sensor camera with an aperture of 1.8. So I'm not sure how well this camera is going to do, but I do know that the camera on the top here is going to be an 8 megapixel sensor camera, and so far, according to the box, which makes me a little bit confused, is that it says here that it's able to record in 1080p at 30 frames per second. However, on eBay, I believe it says 4K at 30 frames per second. So I will have to confirm that with you guys in just a moment here. Towards the bottom, we got the loudspeaker as well as the microphone, and here you guys can see the USB Type-C. On the right side, we got the volume rockers up and down with the power key, and then I believe we have a headphone jack, or maybe not. Actually, we don't have a headphone jack on here, so yes, they eliminated it as well. And I can tell, guys, that here the bezels are very, very thin, as you guys can tell, and that gives you a lot of comfort in your hand. I mean, this device is extremely comfortable to hold. But anyways, guys, let's go ahead and stop the talking here for a minute. Let me set it aside and check and see what else comes inside of the box. Of course, we have here a very nice divider. So here we have a quick start guide inside of that divider right there, and you guys can see that it doesn't come in English, although you can still understand it very clearly. Next, we have here a case. Now this is very important, guys, because as we know, the Sharp Aquos S2, at least here in the United States, it is not very popular, as this device has just been released and they haven't done a lot of marketing. Again, this is only for the USA. I'm not sure for other countries, but here they haven't done a lot of marketing. So a lot of stores don't invest on the accessories. So having cases is definitely a plus, as I can protect it from day one. Next, we got here the USB Type-C wire, and then we also have here the wall charger. I'm not sure if this is the American kind. I highly doubt it, but let's just go ahead and check it out. And yes, I got the American type, as you guys can tell, and it does support quick charge 3.0, in case I forgot to mention that as well. So this is definitely a very impressive device. It comes with NFC, so you can use it with Android Pay, and also the Android version is the Nougat 7.1.1, and hopefully it'll get an update for Android Oreo. That would be very nice. So here we have the little adapter for the 3.5mm headphone jack. It is very nice to see that they have included that as well. And that's all we get here, guys, inside of the box. Let me just go ahead and start here quickly the Sharp Aquos S2, install my SIM card, and then give you guys the proper hands-on. Now that we have learned enough about the hardware and also the physical aspects of the Sharp Aquos S2, I think it is time to turn this thing on and learn a little bit more about the software. As I told you guys before, it is running on the Android 7.1.1 Nougat, and hopefully in the near future we are going to receive an update on this device for Android Oreo. That will be absolutely spectacular, as Oreo does have new improvements, and for the most part, based on certain videos that I've seen, I do like what they are offering. And of course, anybody out there will like the latest update on their smartphone. So here we have the Sharp Aquos, the Sharp logo, and it's at least on the color of the logo itself, I can tell that the colors on this display are very rich. It makes you feel like you almost have an OLED display or maybe a Super AMOLED display. The colors are very, very saturated, very nice. Now, something I don't like about this display, other than the camera cutout, which is exactly the same as the Essential phone, is the fact that they didn't curve the display here on the sides. They just gave it this very sloppy cut, and I'm not a big fan of it. I mean, it's something new and it's something to get used to, but again, I'm not sure if I like it so far. But other than that, I think the display is absolutely great in terms, like I said before, colors, and even on the viewing angles, they still remain the same. And that's because, of course, we have an IPS display here as well. It does come with a Corning Gorilla Glass. I'm not sure if it is the 4 or maybe the 3, but they are promising that this device is scratch resistant, so I'm assuming that maybe we have the Corning Gorilla Glass number 4. So here we have the lock screen, guys, and of course I have set up already my fingerprint, in which we're going to be testing in just a moment here. I have to enter my little pattern there. So anyways, if we lock the device, you can go ahead and unlock it immediately, and the fingerprint is very very responsive. And at first I thought that it was going to be very similar to the Samsung Galaxy S5 a few years ago, where you had to swipe your finger. But no, this is a regular fingerprint, and as you guys can tell, it has a very different shape from other devices. It is very thin. So here we are greeted with the software of the Sharp Aquos S2, and as I mentioned before, we don't have an app drawer on here. And even though this is a theme created by Sharp, it is very clean, and at the same time it is also very similar to MIUI. So I'm not sure, maybe they were trying to copy it on purpose, or maybe they were just trying to create a clean, easy to understand version of Android. I'm not sure if that's what they were trying to accomplish. I'm pretty sure that this device was designed for those of you who cannot afford maybe the Galaxy Note 8, or maybe the Galaxy S8, or even the iPhone. This is definitely an alternative, and let me tell you guys, so far, based on the testings that I have completed on this device, it is definitely better than the Essential phone that I tested it about almost 2 months ago. So here on settings, we will find certain features that we don't see every day, like special settings on here. Let me see what this is all about. We have dual apps, we have somatosensory motion. These things, guys, I have never seen on other Android devices, to be honest with you guys. But anyways, let me show you here the basics. I just want to confirm that it does come with NFC in case you guys have doubt. And also, something very confusing on the box here is the fact that it was claiming that it was only going to record in 1080p 30 frames per second. But no, guys, getting here to the camera, we will see that if you go here into videos, in which, by the way, this looks exactly the same as the iOS camera theme. If you guys haven't noticed, it looks so similar. I mean, it's almost identical actually. We do have here again video, and if you go here into settings, we will find that we have the ability here to record in Ultra HD, in which we know that it is going to be 4K resolution. It doesn't have optical image stabilization, but so far, from what I've seen, even on nighttime shots, it is a quite promising camera. I mean, it is not going to compete with the Samsung Galaxy Note 8, and I'm pretty sure it's not going to compete with the iPhone 10, but it's still very competitive, and for the price, we really cannot complain about this camera much. Also, we got here the front-facing camera, and you guys can see that, well, it seems very responsive, a lot better than many Chinese devices that I've tested in the past. And again, it seems very promising. It came with all the Google applications, including the Play Store. So if you go here into YouTube, you can take this opportunity to test here quickly the loudspeaker. I really wish I could show other videos for you guys that I do like myself, but unfortunately, guys, due to copyright purposes, I am not allowed. So anyways, let's go here into my channel real quick. Let's go here into my latest video about the AirPods. Right, so we're almost the same price that you would buy the original Apple AirPods. Now, my brother came over on those 7 days that I took off. He came over from Kissimmee, and he brought his iPhone 8 Plus as well as the original Apple AirPods. We did a comparison, and the quality was not very far off from the... So to be honest with you, this is not the best loudspeaker out there in terms of clarity and quality, but it's still very competitive to almost any Chinese device out there currently in the market, or at least the latest ones in the market. But now when it comes to something like the Samsung Galaxy Note 8, or maybe even the iPhones, it is not going to be superior. But again, guys, for the price, I think it's doing quite a good job. So let's go back here into settings. Now let's go ahead and check out here the Antutu benchmark score that I got, and just to do a comparison of what a real flagship would score like. This one got 67,000. This one got 165,000. So there you guys can notice how sometimes the specs can make a big difference in a device. Also, let's go ahead and check here the call speed. So let's dial 611 on here. And there we go. Also, I want to mention that this device right now is getting 4G LTE connectivity here in the USA with T-Mobile. and keep in mind that it will also work with AT&T. So this is definitely an international device. I think, guys, that honestly, so far from what I see and how this phone feels in terms of quality, I think it's definitely worth the money they're asking for. Of course, on any given time now, the price will drop, especially the holidays approaching. So again, if you guys want something that won't break the bank, something with nice quality, something that will work in the USA with NFC and all the goodies that we like, including a fingerprint scanner, a nice battery, fast charging, and so on and so forth, then this is a device for you. But now if you're looking for a device with waterproofing and maybe something with wireless charging, then unfortunately this may not be for you, but for the price, we really can't complain much. So with this being said, I think we have completed here the unboxing and the hands-on of the Sharp Aquos S2. And like always, if you guys do have any questions, leave your comments below. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so. Thank you so much for supporting my channel, and I'll see you guys on my next one.